Josh Gardner from the Film Lab, and you're watching Movie Show Plus.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Movie Show Plus. I am here, I'm Tom Santilli, of course, film critic, here with Greg Russell. Greg, last time we saw you, you were also on Mars. I see that you're still on Mars. What's going on out there?
I'm still on Mars. Actually, this is part of the Russell Brothers City Tours. Somebody said, can you take me someplace out of this world? So it's like,
there you go.
Hey,
I like it.
We got stuff on Mars, so welcome.
Who needs Elon Musk when you got the Russell Brothers Tour Company, man? They
That's
get
right.
you where you need to go. No, that's really cool. We got lots of, again, on the show today. We have lots of content, lots of interviews. I can't believe how busy. Do you ever sleep, by the way? Like, are you just doing interviews nonstop every day of your life? Like, how does this work?
I dare say it seems like that because folks, as you all know, now everybody's doing this stuff via Zoom. And it's kind of like now the studios are just, you know, boom, boom, boom. Where I've had days where I'll do some in the morning, some in the afternoon, and even honest to goodness time, I did one time at like 8 o'clock at night because it was 5 o'clock LA time. Wow. So yeah, you just constantly keep it going, and then try to make sure that you're asking the right question for the right movie, you know, type deal. But yeah, they've been sending us out a lot of content, to interviews, I should say, because I know you're even doing a lot of them yourself. So that's great.
Well, there's a little coming up on the movie KAJILLIONAIRE today. I know that we also have a couple more local businesses that we're going to highlight. So let's just get to it, huh?
That's right.
After this person. And clear.
Now. There's a camera there. There and there. Cash. Nope, any order.
This is not a cheap tie. Most people want to be KAJILLIONAIRES. That's the dream. That's how they get you hooked. Hooked on sugar, hooked on caffeine. Ha ha ha, cry, cry, cry. Me, I prefer to just skim.
So do I.
Strange, quirky, funny in parts, and then, serious, because here's your character, a young girl raised by her parents, but basically the whole life raised to be a con. But then also not showing the stuff that little girls or girls of any age want, just the parents who love them.
Yeah, unconditionally. Love, as she knows it, is conditional. It's based on performance. And she doesn't even start to question that until Gina Rodriguez comes in and she sees her parents being affectionate towards her. And she realizes, oh, wait a minute, you could do this the whole time?
Richard Jenkins and Deborah Winger play her mother and father, and they played it brilliantly at being the strangest parents in the world.
They really did. They were so perfect for those roles. They're both strange in their own way, but they are. But such brilliant actors, and they're real actors, and they really get into characters. And we were all really into our characters and into the backstory because, you don't really get to know the characters that well, but there had to be such a sense of history there. And so we worked on that a lot. And they're also just masters at comedy and tragedy, which the film called for both.
You're the director as well as the writer. How did this whole story come about for you?
I work from my unconscious. So I literally woke up one morning, half awake, saw these three characters, these two women with long hair, and this man kind of walking towards me. And I thought, okay, I can either fall back asleep and have this dream, or I can get my phone and start taking dictation, just getting it down. And I did that for the next 3 days on and off. And that doesn't always happen. I think it happens when there's like a really old story that's like wanting to come up.
Right.
Yeah. But I sort of imagine we all grow up believing that our families, that everyone does things like our families do. And then we come into the real world and we're like, oh, that was just us. And I don't even necessarily have to do things that way. And that moment of like transformation and revelation was kind of at the heart of this movie.
We don't make pancakes or wrap up little birthday presents
or call you sweetheart or baby or do a little dance.
I always thought it was insulting to treat you like a child. And I thought we agreed on that.
We can only ever be how we are.
This is the way the big one starts. If you're lucky, you'll get crushed. And then you just die right then and there.
I'm Mr.
And welcome back to Movie Show Plus. Greg Russell here. And as you know, we love having people on from the community who are doing all types of things. I feel especially proud this time. Gentleman, Ron Naski. He is an author. He has written a book. And Ron and I have known each other since, the beginning of time?
Oh, wow. I can't think back that far.
Oh, God, we were there around each other during silent radio. But I mean, no. No, he's been a dear friend for a long time. And like I said, he is an author. You and your brother wrote a book together. First of all, good to see you. And it's
Thank you.
You and your brother wrote a book together called Lost at the Lake. Tell me a little
Right.
bit about that.
Well, throughout my career, been in education, both on the high school level and at the university level. I found myself in a position where so many times students would walk into my office and say, Mr. Naski, can you help me? I've got this problem or this problem or this problem. And I saw an awesome responsibility to be able to help someone who was having all different kinds of problems. Right. And when we were young, my family were big, huge fans of Sherlock Holmes. Okay. As a matter of fact, there was a point in my life where I thought Basil Rathbone was my older brother. You know? Because it was always Sherlock Holmes. And right. I thought to myself, if ever I would move out of education, what would I want to do? And the answer was very simple: help people.
Right.
And so the character in my book, name is Jack McGrath. My brother, you would have to ask my brother how he came up with that name. It's a secret. But the character, not the name, is a compilation of things that I did and colleagues of mine at the University of Detroit did. And they were there to help people. And through the first book that I've written, Lost at the Lake, I have this philosophy, which is espoused by Jack McGrath. And he said, when someone helps you, pass it on.
If a person does want to get a copy of the book, where should they go? Or where can they get it?
Good question. You can go to either Amazon.com and just simply type in Lost at the Lake, and you can order it straight through them. Or I have a website, which is Naski Bros, NASKIBROS.com. And it'll give you a little bit of a synopsis of the story and a place to order the book as well.
I'm looking forward to the movies coming out as well, Ron. Yeah. That's a classic right there. Ron Naski, thank you so much for your time. Always great seeing you. And we'll be back with more Movie Show Plus in just a moment.
How would you like to see the city of Detroit like you've never seen it before? On Russell Brothers City Tours, we take you to the places that you know, but the fun part is we take you to places that you probably don't know. Hi, I'm Greg Russell of Russell Brothers City Tours. Come on, let's get on board and take a tour of the city of Detroit. Where Russell Brothers City Tours started was actually in the winter of 2017. My wife and I and our daughter and her husband were at an event downtown Detroit. So when heading back home, I always ask, can I take the scenic route, which means just going Woodward straight north. Normally, my wife would always say, just take the freeway. But this time I think it was my holiday gift, so she said, go ahead and take your scenic route. So as we're going up Woodward, I'm pointing out certain places and certain things, what they used to be, what used to be here, what happened in certain things. And my daughter was going, Pop, you know so much about this city, why don't you just give a tour? And it made me think, you know what, that's a good idea. So I got home and I called my brother Cliff Russell, and some of you may remember Cliff. He was a guy who knew everything about the city of Detroit, was deeply involved with the community. So I called him and I told him the idea, and he said, okay, hey Greg, you put it together and I'll be there. So we were all set. We were going to do it in 2018. Well, unfortunately, in February of 2018, my brother Cliff passed away from a heart attack. And it was devastating to our family, but it made me think even more about doing this tour. And that's why it's still called Russell Brothers City Tours. It is my tribute and my honor to my brother. So when I go around town, I tell people all about the places here and even talk about some of the stuff that Cliff did in the community. People sometimes ask, what's the difference between our company as compared to other tour companies? Well, one thing that we like to do is show you stuff that we're pretty sure you probably never have seen or heard of in the city of Detroit. Also, we let you at times customize your own tour. There might be some particular things that you want to see, where we don't just say, okay, no, we're stuck to our schedule and our thing. You want to go see something, we will take you to see it. We'd love to hear from you. Just give us a call, 313-399-0683, or go to our website, Russell Brothers City Tours, or on all social media. Come on, we'd love to take you for a ride.
A Dream Limousine continues to be Metro Detroit's finest luxury transportation service. 734-542-6800. Offering late model luxury SUVs to brand new party buses that seat up to 34 passengers. 734-542-6800. Including the one-of-a-kind Escalade Stretch with the exciting jet door. Call 734-542-6800. That's 734-542-6800. A Dream Limousine.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
Hi everyone, I'm Brenna Noyes, and this week we are going back to the classics with the 1982 rom-com Tootsie. Now, I didn't know much about Tootsie before watching it this week. The only thing I knew about it was that it was adapted into a musical and that there was some controversy surrounding the story. So I'm going to give you guys my opinion on the movie through the lens of a 22-year-old Gen Zer watching it for the first time.
Tootsie, take 10.
Ron, my name is Dorothy. It's not Tootsie or Toots or Sweetie or Honey or Doll.
Oh, Christ.
Tootsie is a romantic comedy directed by Sidney Pollack and starring Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange. It centers Dustin's character, Michael, who is a struggling actor with a reputation for being pretty hard to work with. He adopts a new identity as an older woman named Dorothy in order to land a job at a soap opera, and things start to get complicated when he starts to fall for his co-star, Julie Nichols, played by Jessica Lange. Overall, I have mixed emotions when it comes to this movie. I did think the acting was fantastic, and I thought that Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange did amazing with what they were given, especially Jessica Lange. I'm used to seeing her play more crass and blunt characters, like in her recent work in American Horror Story and The Politician, so it was really fun to get to see her play a more soft-spoken and sweet but still tough character. I also thought that Dustin Hoffman did a great job at bringing this relatability to a not very likable character, and I also thought that he was very funny, and that's another positive of the film. I did think that the film was funny and had good comedic timing. The problem that I had with the film is the ideas that they had to use in order to get a laugh didn't exactly sit right with me. I know the 80s was a much different time when it came to what was considered socially acceptable for comedies. Watching it now in 2020, the story hasn't aged very well, and it did feel a bit insensitive and naive. When the movie was adapted into a musical in 2019, a controversy arose on Twitter claiming that besides the outdated man in a dress comedic trope, Tootsie also relied on ideas of sexism, homophobia, and transphobia just in order to get a laugh. And personally, I've never been a huge fan of plots that relied on the protagonist tricking or manipulating other characters to achieve a goal anyways, so the entire premise of the movie wasn't exactly my favorite to begin with. And I also did not find Michael's character likable at all, which is fine. Protagonists do not have to be likable. Some of my favorite characters in other movies and shows aren't likable, but I didn't find Michael worthy to be rooting for. I didn't want him to end up with the girl. I thought the girl was way too good for him. I think the girl does not deserve someone who manipulated her for over a year. And when I was watching it with my mom, we had different takes on this. She was kind of rooting for them to get together, and I was kind of mad that they ended up together. I thought that she should just leave him and never talk to him ever again. I'm not sure if that's a generational thing or a personal thing, but it was interesting to see our different takes on the movie. Overall, I definitely understand why the movie was such a hit in the 80s, but personally, it just wasn't one of my favorites, and I don't think I'll be revisiting the movie. So thank you guys for joining me on this Back to the Classics with Tootsie.
Yo, what up, Dogs? Paul Rudd here, actor and certified young person. A few days ago, I was talking on the iPhone with my homie, Governor Cuomo, and he's just going off about how us millennials need to wear masks because, get this, apparently a lot of COVID is transmitted by us millennials. No cap. So Cuomo's asked me, he's like, Paul, you gotta help. What are you, like 26? And I didn't correct him. So fam, let's real talk. Masks? They're totally beast. So slide that into your DMs and twitch it. Vibe check. Yes, queens like ourselves. We want to go to bars, we want to drink, hook up, do our TikToks. I get it. I'm not gonna preach at you like some celebrity. Ugh. This is a combo where I talk and you shut up and wear your mask. Hello? Oh, hi, Billie Eilish. What's that? You're wearing your mask? Man, I want to stan you. You're so my bae. Yo, listen, hype beasts. Masks protect you and your dank squad, because caring about other people is the new not caring about other people. Now that's thick. You want a challenge? How about a Stop the Pandemic challenge? What about that? What about a Save Grandma challenge? That fun enough for you? My name is Paul, and I'm 6 feet tall almost. And I wear my mask, and it's all I ask that you wear your mask. Please wear your mask. Just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. It's easy. It's simple. Please. It's not hard. People are dying. Hundreds of thousands of people are dying, and it's preventable. It's preventable. Just wear a mask. I shouldn't have to make it fun. It's science. It's science. No! Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought wearing masks would be a problem?
Not me.
The romance of the desert has the power to seduce. I ask you, have you ever loved so much? Been so possessed by jealousy that you might kill. You had something to hide. The crime is murder.
Should have hidden it, shouldn't you?
The murderer is one of you.
I don't feel safe here. I don't feel safe with any of them.
It's too late to change events. It's time to face the consequences.
I have investigated many crimes, but this has altered the shape of my soul. I am Detective Hercule Poirot, and I will deliver your killer. How many great stories are tragedies?
And welcome back to Movie Show Plus. I'm Greg Russell, and as you know, we like talking about all forms of entertainment. Right now, Jordan, you've seen him on the show before. Good to see you again, Jordan.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're involved with this brand new project that's coming out called the M1 Concourse. Tell everybody about it.
So the development's actually 5 years old. We broke ground in 2015, but we're embarking on a brand new chapter of our development. So for those who don't know, we're in Pontiac, Michigan. We're 87 acres. We're built on the site of a former General Motors manufacturing plant. And actually right now we are the world's largest private garage community. So we build these structures called private garages that people can use to store their cars, but they really build them into these ultimate entertainment suites for hospitality, for client meetings, for parties, because we have a 1.5 mile performance road course or performance track. So individuals who store their garages here at the complex can also become a member and get driving privileges on the track. And these garages actually overlook the track. So people will build a second story into them that actually overlooks all the motorsports action and activity. So you might see a Porsche, Corvette, Mustang, McLaren go flying around the track at any one given time. So instead of thinking about these garages as a space where you're just storing a car or putting some tools in a compressor, you actually have this second level, which is more like a box suite you might find at Ford Field or Little Caesars Arena that's overlooking all this incredible action. So that's the project in a nutshell, and we've been growing over the past 5 years. But this great new chapter we're about to embark on is to build a 28,000 square foot event and conference center and a public-facing restaurant. And this restaurant will be the first permanent public aspect to our facility. Normally we invite the public in for events, but now the public can come in 7 days a week and enjoy a burger and a beer and actually overlook the motorsports action just like our club members and garage owners.
Wow. Now that sounds like a lot of fun. And I know my brother Mike, who is really into cars, he'll probably be living out there. So like you said, now you're getting everything all together. When do you think it will open? I mean, completely.
So we just broke ground last week, last Tuesday. Our planned opening date is September of 2021. So about 1 year from right now, we plan to do the ribbon cutting and open up to the public for the restaurant side, and using the event space for the automotive suppliers and OEMs to do vehicle unveilings, vehicle launches, marketing events, ride and drives. So all of that is planned for about a year from today when we anticipate the opening happening.
And if people want to find out more and even see, like renderings and different things like that, where should they go?
Absolutely. Go to m1concourse.com. We actually have a rendering of the restaurant and event center live on our homepage right now. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Jordan, thanks as always for being here. And we look forward to checking out that place when it opens up next year, September 2021.
So Greg, hard to believe, but this is now our final show of September.
Wow.
Not our final show. We're going to be moving, of course, into October, and we have all kinds of content lined up for you all through the fall. Hard to believe in some ways that it's almost October, but we're here. Yeah. And how are you feeling, man?
I'm glad I'm on Mars. Actually, it's so strange.
How do I get a ticket?
And I know, hey, I'll get you one. Come on, you can be part of the Russell Brothers tours up here. It's so weird when you said that, Tom, about September. Yeah. Like most people, I've been home, no travel or anything since March the 12th.
Okay.
And that's, part of spring. I don't remember summer. It's kind of weird. It's like the summer's already over. Whoa.
It's the weirdest thing because it feels like this year has lasted like 10 years, but at the same time, I'm like, how is it October? Like right now,
Right.
or, it's about to be October. Like it's so surreal. But I think we're all ready for this year to just be over, turn the page. And, it's kind of like when I'm golfing and I do terrible on the front nine. I'm just kind of like, okay, the back nine, something different's going to happen. I just can feel it. I don't know why, but anyway. Well, Greg, where can people find you when not watching Movie Show Plus?
And not on Mars.
And not on
you
Mars.
can find me starting Friday mornings at 8:15 on AM 760 WJR with Paul W. Smith on the Paul W. Smith Show. I'm there with him and Dana Clark. And then at 10 o'clock on Local 4, Channel 4 here in Detroit, on the show Live in the D with Jason and Tati. And we talk about movies and other fun entertainment stuff. And then on Saturday night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., you can find me on 9:10 a.m., the Superstation. And there I'm talking about movies, usually with my friend Michelle Oliver. She is on. And they are part of the iHeartRadio group. So that means you don't just have to be in Detroit to listen to it. All you have to do is just go and say, Alexa, play 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, and boom, you can catch us anywhere in the world. Now, what about you, Tom? You yourself, you're also all over the place. Love it.
Not quite as much as you. I mean, you get around for sure. That's what I've heard anyway. That was weird. I'm on
He's just
WXYZ.
kidding,
I'm on WXYZ, Channel 7 Action News on the weekends, usually in the mornings, talking about movies. You can find me there. You can also check out the Film Survivor podcast on Podbean and iTunes. A quick plug for our own show, though, too. I in addition to this show, I do a lot of written movie reviews of all the films that I watch. All of those films dating all the way back now to like 2010, you can find on our website, movieshowplus.com. All of Greg's interviews are put up there. Episodes, if you've missed episodes of our show, you can find back episodes there. So check out Movie Show Plus for all of that content. Lots of times, too, by the way, we might air a quick interview with Greg on the show. It's only a couple minutes long, but we'll put the full version up on the website. So, if you want more, and who doesn't want more of Greg Russell, you can just go to movieshowplus.com.
Thanks so much, Tom. And don't forget to check out all of Tom's stuff as well. Well, hey, I'm going to get back into the Russell Brothers City Tours Mars shuttle, and I'll be back on Earth the next time you see me.
You take care out there, man.
You too. May the force be with you.
And with you.
Check out movieshowplus.com to watch this episode online and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.